Quick message, my friend, about gratitude and teaching your children gratitude. I've experienced many things over my life and seen children, seen kids raised with receiving everything or more than they need or what they need. And then every once in a while, I'll run into kids who have nothing. And it breaks my heart. Whether their parents are doing the best they can or their parents are having challenges or whatever it is, it breaks my heart to see kids in these situations. And I'm going to give you two examples, one of them being what I just experienced. Years ago, my son had some Vans. He was a lot younger. He had some Vans, Vans. And he had so many pair, he would pick and choose what he liked and wanted. And the other ones, he would just, I don't like those. I don't want to wear them. Very fortunate, right? And I put the pair of shoes on the Facebook marketplace. I think the shoes cost us $65 or something. I don't know. And a mother said, hey, I want to buy those shoes. I'll come and get them right now. And I think I had them on there for $30 or something. I don't know. It was a good price. They were like new. And she said, but we only have $24. Is that okay? And I said, sure. I was basically giving them away. And they came, her and her son came to pick them up. And at the time, I think, I don't know if I mentioned, my son was 9 or 10. So he was a little guy. And her son was there to pick up the shoes. And he was extremely excited. I met them and I got out of my car and I said hi. And she said hi. And she's like, oh, let me see. Can I see them? And she saw they were really good shape. She's like, oh, I'm so excited. My son's been wanting a pair of Vans for so long. And at the time, Vans shoes were very popular. I don't know if they still are. This was a long time ago, but they're very popular and all the kids had them. And I could see that she didn't have a lot of money and her son had some old shoes on and they weren't Vans. They were no brand. And he was excited to get these shoes. And I sensed that they needed these shoes. It's a hard story to tell because it really hit me. She saw them. She liked them. She wanted them. I sensed that they couldn't afford them, even the $24 that they had. And I saw how excited the little boy was. And I handed her the shoes and she handed it to him and he was just ecstatic. He was so happy. And I said, you can have them. And she said, no. He worked hard for this money. He earned this money and he wants to buy these shoes. He wants to buy them with his money. And I was like, wow. And so many emotions came through me. And I said, okay. She handed me the $24 and I accepted it. And I said, thank you so much. And I looked at him and I said, I hope you enjoy those shoes. I said, good job on, saving up that money or earning the money. And here, you bought yourself a nice pair of shoes. And he was so happy, jumping up and down. He was so excited to have this used pair of shoes. And I've seen so many kids, they're ungrateful. They have everything. Like I said, they have everything they need, or they have more than they need, or they have everything they want. And they're still ungrateful and they're picky. And I don't want this and I don't want that. And you can hand them things and they just, I don't want it. And when I experienced things like that little boy, and I told him I was proud of him. And I see his mother doing the best that she can. My mother worked very hard raising 3 kids by herself. We had everything we needed. There were things we wanted, but we had everything we needed. Food and shelter and clothes on our backs, shoes. And I could see that mother, she's doing her best. Whatever situation she was in, she was doing her best. But she was also teaching her son responsibility. He was saving up for that pair of Vans. And I don't know what kind of work he was doing around the house or chores or who knows what. But he was saving up for that pair of Vans. And he got a nice new pair of shoes. I think my son wore them twice. And he was very happy. So good to the mom. I see other parents who coddle their kids, all ages. And their kids ask for things and they just give in and give in and give in. And then if they don't get exactly what they want, they get upset and they get mad. And it's just, it's a hard thing. Today, this is long. Today, I just came from the store and this lady and her son caught my attention. The way they caught my attention is they were running down the aisle and she was yelling, cussing at him because he got the wrong spaghetti or pasta or something. Effing this, effing that, da da da. And he's running like scared and he's trying to find the right thing and she's running after him probably to go grab it or whatever. And I just kind of looked and I thought it was odd. But they ended up in line in front of me in the store, and I could see her, and it was apparent that she was, how do I say this? She was indicative of what you see when a person is hooked on meth. Everything about her, no teeth, messed up face, very skinny. She looked like she was on meth. Dirty clothes, dirty hair, dirty. She may have been homeless, sadly. But she had this little boy with her. I'm assuming it was her son. He was 9 or 10. Old clothes, dirty clothes, hair just messed up, not combed, no haircut probably in a while. Dirty, like he hadn't showered in a while. And he stood there waiting for his mom, quiet. And I thought, that boy probably battles daily to survive. And he may think it's normal. He may have been in that environment, lifestyle, homeless for most of his life. And he might just think it's normal. And it broke my heart. This little boy's gonna have trauma that he doesn't even realize is happening to him right now. He's being conditioned to think and live a certain way. He's experiencing life, and there's more to it. There's more to life than what he's experiencing. And I pray for this little boy. I pray for his mom to get healed and to grow. And I pray for this little boy to make a choice, the right choice. Because we've all heard this story about the alcoholic father who had 2 sons. One was successful. The other son was an alcoholic, like his father. And they asked the successful one, why are you so successful? And he said, my father was an alcoholic and I didn't want to live that way, so I had to be successful. And they asked the drunk son, why are you so drunk all the time? Why are you an alcoholic? And he said, I had to be because my father is. So we choose our life. And when we start out in such a difficult situation, it's tough to choose, because as kids, all we know is our environment. I say to you, whatever situation you're in, be grateful. And this is a message for me too. I didn't see that for no reason. I didn't get this message for no reason. It's for me too. Be grateful. You have food, you have clothes, you have a house, you have a place to sleep, a warm bed, whether it's yours or not. Be grateful for what you have. And know there are children on the streets with drug-addicted parents who have nothing, are being dragged around trying to survive. Teach your kids to be grateful. Our kids know what we teach them. Children know what we teach them, good, bad, and ugly. They only know what we teach them. Help them to understand that if they don't get the exact pair of shoes they want on the same day they want it, that it's not a reason to be upset and make a fit. Teach them that if they don't get the dinner they wanted tonight, that some kids don't have dinner tonight. Accountability, gratitude. Don't coddle your kids. Love them. If you can spoil them, but also teach them gratitude.